Welcome back to Learning Your Camera Settings with Khandie. Today we're learning about the last one in the exposure triangle, which is called ISO. We don't need to go in what it means, but basically how sensitive you want your camera to be. So after you've figured out how wide you want your gaping hole to be, how long you want it to stay open, we're now going to figure out how much we want to see of that, all right? So your ISO is about how sensitive you want your camera to be. A low ISO, 100, 200, gives you very little noise. It works well when there's lots of light. A bit like how you work if you've managed to have a power nap midday after coming into work shit-faced. A higher ISO, it's like it's 2 a.m. and you're like this, and you're desperately trying to see where the nearest kebab van is. The problem is that lets a lot of light in because it needs to. Unfortunately, that also lets a lot of grain in, and people love to hate on that digital grain. Oh, it's not like filmic grain. I kind of equate it to listening to your favourite song blasted through a knackered speaker, all right? Now, there is software that you can have good old Lightroom capture on that does noise reduction. I will say high ISO does allow a lot of noise, and it depends on the capability of your camera and the software you use and how you reduce it. All right, blah, blah. Use with caution, but I also think we need to be not being scared of going up in that ISO range. Why? Because cameras modern day particularly seem to be quite good at that. I don't see what the problem is. I like to go on the wild side. I like my gaping hole to be exposed just right so I have a good memory of what I was seeing. Now, if you can learn to master getting the hole open at the right time for as long as you need it with the sensitivity, you've basically covered what 90% of some photographers don't even get their head around, called the exposure triangle. Aperture, we also know as f-stop, shutter speed, and ISO all make this little triangle that's called the exposure triangle. And catchy name, no other name for it, but it helps you get the right images. But again, play by your own rules. Take a little from one side, add from another. Do you, boo? Don't worry, not even Uncle Bob knows about this. Anyway, what should we learn next with Khandie on our cameras?